This is my first year as principal. We are located in the corner of Sheldon Road in Ehrlich in Tampa. And Avant Garde Academy is a wonderful place to be. All right, there we go. Next slide right there. We see that Avant Garde Academy, we're located in Hillsborough County, as I said. It is a nonprofit organization. We opened our doors last year in 2017. Since we are a relatively new school, we are continually growing and adding students each day. Right now, we are serving grades K through 7, and next year it is our goal to expand to the 8th grade. Many people ask us whether we're a private school or a charter school, and what is the difference between a charter school and a public school? Well, charter schools are public, not-for-profit schools with the autonomy to be more innovative while also still being approved to operate under Hillsborough County schools. We are tuition-free, and we are actually held to the same accountability standards as traditional schools, meaning that we use standards-based curriculum, we follow standardized assessments, we follow IEPs, 504 plans, gifted plans as well. With that being said, you're kind of getting a private school feeling, but yet in public. Our funding comes from the Florida FTE. Our vision is being committed to providing students with the highest quality education program possible. Some of our principles include that we're going to educate the child holistically to promote academic, social, emotional, and ethical and development growth. We're going to encourage students to be inventive, creative, and problem solvers. That's what's going to get them through society and be successful adults. We try to nurture their experiential learning. It's not always just a dog and pony show of here, do this because I said that. We want to pose a problem to them and let them to learn with the hands-on. We want them to learn to serve each other and work the problems out. We increase faculty freedom and creativity in the instructional methodologies and classroom organization. Our mission, we're going to prepare students with the 21st century knowledge and skill set needed to impact their surroundings from a local, national, and global perspective. Avant Garde Academy will provide a nurturing and safe climate that promotes the development of the total child by implementing an innovative, creative, student-centered environment where the students are going to be challenged intellectually, artistically, and personally. So what do we offer? Well, we have robotics and Legos learning within the curriculum. It's not just an after-school club. We have STEAM educational activities and opportunities, meaning that it's going to be integrated hands-on learning activities, similar to thematic, but not always. We offer Google Expeditions and Google Learning Activities. We have a Google Education Suite in which students are able to interact with their teachers online, which brings us to the use of technology. We have Chromebooks available and in use across all grade levels. School discipline and safety, I know that's a big thing on everybody's right now, and especially in the light of our society and the way things have been going. We do have a strict discipline policy. It's school-wide. It's progressive in nature, meaning that it's going to start in the classroom and then end up in the office, possibly even at home. But we do encourage parents to be part of that process and to work with us. And that being said, we have positive behavior supports in place to promote character development. We want our students to learn how to solve their problems using their words and thinking skills. That's why we're also saying that we are a bully-free zone. We expect respect from all of our students. Safety. All of Hillsborough County schools will have a school safety officer next year. And because we are still part of the Hillsborough County schools, we also have been assigned a school safety officer in addition to having what is called a threat assessment team. That means the school safety officer, along with administration and teachers on staff, will be a team of teachers, a community that serves and works together and identifying those students who may be needing a little bit of extra assistance. Also, there are monthly safety drills, and there will be mandatory drills basically talking about active shooters. It's sad to say that in this day and age, but we really have to make sure that our students and faculty are safe. So we want them to be prepared in the event something tragic may happen. Our data drives the instruction. Teachers and staff create goals that are based upon the students' results of standardized tests, their baseline and final assessments, and then of course, if they are receiving exceptional ed services, or perhaps they might need additional accommodations, those goals are created for the students based on those. Through that, then, the students are given differentiated learning opportunities. The teachers will match their instruction to the students' learning styles. Our curriculum is based upon the Florida standards, and it incorporates a STEAM focus by providing project-based learning, technology-infused classes, a global focus, character education, student progression plan, intensive courses for math and reading. We're going to make sure that we are incorporating the science, technology, engineering, arts, and math throughout their curriculum every day, so that way they're becoming critical thinkings and problem solvers. You guys will have to excuse me, I'm a little bit dry mouth today, and I am a little nervous. This is my first time doing a webinar, but I'm very excited to be working with you. I'm used to having more people on the other side, so I appreciate your patience in this. It's a learning experience for me, and I am truly excited to be here and be part of AGA. So thank you for joining us today. AGA, we also have electives, like in the traditional schools. However, we offer band, music, art, PE, and where it says robotics there for the younger grade levels, that's more of Lego learning experiences. In middle school, we have Project Lead the Way, which is the gateway through technology. They are learning engineering, they're learning coding skills through that. So we have a variety of things in which the students are extending their learning experiences. Other activities include grade level field trips, and then we also offer after school clubs. That's a tongue twister there. We have honor societies, robotics clubs, drama, student government, and yearbook, just to name a few. And in addition to that, we also have sports, which is our next slide. We have girls volleyball, basketball for boys and girls, cross country, soccer for boys and girls, and street hockey. General AGA information, our school hours this year, we switched it a little bit. For kindergarten through third grade, they will be starting at 8:30 and ending at 3:30, while grades 4 through 7 will be starting at 8 and ending at 3. Couple of reasons for that. Because we are a 2-story facility, we want our older students upstairs and in class ready to go at 8 a.m. without interrupting the younger students who may have already been in session. So we have the older students upstairs and in place. The younger ones come in and fill in the bottom floor at 8:30. Less interruption during the most important learning time of the day, which tends to be morning, as research has shown. Our drop-off and pickup times for grades 4 through 7. Please do not drop off earlier than 7:30 a.m. as there's limited supervision, and please do not pick up students in grades 4 through 7 any later than 3:30. For grades kindergarten through 3, no earlier drop-off than 8 a.m. and no later than 4 p.m. And notice the little asterisk there. Exceptions will be made for those students who are actively involved in extracurricular activities such as clubs, sports, tutoring, things of that nature. Also, if you happen to be a family that have students in the younger grades and the older grades, we are offering a free wraparound supervision, which means that you are welcome to drop off your younger siblings at the same time as the older siblings without having to pay before care or after care fee. I've just been Advised by our moderator that if you have any questions, now would be the time to go ahead and start submitting them. I might answer them in the next few slides. However, if you have any questions, please go ahead and start sending them in so that our moderator can get them to me, and I'll be able to answer them at the end of this webinar for you. Additional information, we are a uniform school. Our uniform information is available on our website. We do have an AGA polo that's either white, navy, or a Kelly green that has our emblem. I think it's on either the top right or the top left. Khaki or navy bottoms. They can be the shorts or the full-length pants. For girls, we say sports, please. And there are jumpers available as well. If the shirt is tucked in, which it is expected to be, the students would need to have a belt, and closed-toed shoe, please. Transportation. We are one of the few charter schools that offers transportation in Hillsborough County, and it is free transportation. Currently, we have 2 buses with multiple stops available. More information can be found on our website. You can go ahead and download the registration there and send it in so we can go ahead and start setting up those stops. If there are families, I believe the count was 5 families in a certain area 5 miles out from the school that need transportation, there may be a possibility of setting up some more stops. But please make sure that you contact the school and let us know that. We do offer lunches and breakfast. The lunches are provided daily through a program called Preferred Meals, and it is approved by the National School Lunch Program. The cost of the meal is $3.25. However, free and reduced price lunches may be available to those students that qualify. There will be applications sent home in the first day packet, so that way you can find out whether or not you qualify. For lunch, I believe the cost is 40 cents, and for breakfast, it is 30 cents for free and reduced rate lunch. Breakfast is going to be available from 7:30, which is drop-off time, to 8:30, which is the time the second group of students is going into the classrooms, and the cost is $2. Before and after school care, students must be registered in order to participate in this program. The information regarding this is on our website, as well as the information regarding the cost and registration. The drop-off for before care is at 7, and you must have your students picked up by 6 p.m. This year, if your students are not registered for the before school and after school care, if they're dropped off too early or if they are kept late, then we will be calling you rather than sending them to before care or after care. This is something that we are working with because it's kind of a separate entity apart from AGA. So some upcoming events that you can participate in. We have a PTO-sponsored Bring Your Own board game tomorrow night. This is a great family and friends opportunity. It's a chance for all of our families, current and new, to come together to share games, share stories, get to know each other, to form that family culture that we really want to have. For our existing families, for each family that brings a new prospective family, you have a chance to win a Chromebook. Concessions are going to be available, and there's going to be free hot dogs while they last. I know I'm going to be there, as well as some of our new teachers and current teachers, and our PTO is working really hard at getting that set up. It should be a fun time. They're also going to have gently used uniforms for sale there. Next Thursday, incoming kindergarten assessments. There's 2 sessions. If your student's last name begins with A through M, you will bring them in between 9 and 11. We will be meeting in the gym. Also, if your last name begins with N through Z, the time is 1 to 3. On Thursday, August 9th, we will have a meet the teacher from 3 to 5 p.m. It will be at this time that you will definitely have your classroom assigned to you, as well as your teacher. You'll have opportunity to pick up your first day packets and meet the uniform vendor. First day of school, August 13th. We are different from the district in this aspect because we do not have early release on Mondays. We are able to start a day later. So that way you're not having to worry about one day of school, a weekend, and then starting on Monday. This way we get to start everything off fresh and new on a Monday. Okay. Right. Some questions that I know are going to be asked, which I went ahead and decided we'd answer them here. Are there going to be computer classes? Well, technically, every day there's a computer class because we have received 2 new Chromebooks in addition to our current inventory, and each class will have access to the computers between 2 to 5 days a week. So the children will have computers in their classroom where they can work on them. It may not be every single day, but yes, they will be exposed to computers and be taught how to use them. Through STEM and robotics, they're also going at middle school level, they're going to be learning some of the things of coding. Yes. Will the children be doing the pledge in the morning? Absolutely. It is. I personally believe that it's important that we continue with our patriotism to show how to be a good character. So along with announcements in the morning, students will be reciting the Pledge of Allegiance. I do understand that there may be families that do not agree with that due to religious reasons. At that case, we will just ask for the students to just, they don't have to pledge, but to just please acknowledge and respect others who do by just maintaining their silence. So where can I find what school supplies are needed for this year? On our website, the classroom supplies list is on there, located under the parent tab. It will say supplies for the 18-19 school year. There may be additional supplies that are requested by your teacher on the first day. The supply list that is there is just kind of a general one that all the teachers for each grade level agreed upon. So at this time now, I'm going to go ahead and start answering some of the questions that have been brought up by you. So if we can go ahead and have the first question.
Okay. One of our audience members has a question. Will we know the teachers prior to the first day of classes?
You will know the teachers on August 9th when you come for the Meet the Teachers. We are working at making sure we have everybody in the right position, all the students in the correct classrooms. So we will definitely have the final list by August 9th.
How do we enroll in the primary school? Is there a lottery system?
I'm not sure if we're talking about the primary, meaning the preschool program that we may have, but we are looking at having a preschool program here, which would be operating under a separate entity, and that would be private. For the primary elementary school system, in order to enroll, all you would need to do is to go online and apply right now. We do have open seats, meaning that we don't need to do a lottery at this time because we have plenty of spots for registrations. Once we get to the point to where we are getting closer to being full, there will be a lottery that will happen later in the fall, I believe, and then again in the spring for our next school year. Normally, because we are a charter school, we do things by lottery, but because we are so new, we do have available seats and open classrooms. Next question.
Is there time to talk to the teacher before school starts?
Before school starts, there will be opportunity to speak with the child's teachers. We are not in session on school on Friday, August 10th. So if you meet the teacher on August 9th and you really feel it is very important to discuss certain options or things with the child's teacher, I would say perhaps leave a little note, please call me ASAP as soon as possible, and that teacher would get in contact with you on August 10th prior to the first day of school on August 13th.
Repeat that, please. Repeat that. How do we contact the teacher before the school? Do we contact them by phone or email? How do they do it?
If you would, in order to contact the teachers, if you would like to go ahead and call the school, our number is area code 813-551-2144 and leave a voice message. We can make sure that the teacher gets a note physically because we can put it in their mailbox, or you could email them. The email would be the teacher's first initial, last name, at agawestchase.org. Most of our new teachers do not have their email accounts set up yet, and some of the existing teachers that are here will have it, but they may not be checking it since it is summertime. I know a couple of teachers have been in and out, so if you would like to just let me know, and additionally, if you wanted to CC me on anything, I can make sure that the teacher does get the information.
The next question is, will the teacher from last year be speaking to the teacher the student will have this year?
Because we are such a close-knit faculty and staff and group of students, yes, there's going to be communication between last year's teachers to this year's teachers. We want to make sure that everything is open and above the board. Last year, I know there may have been some concerns from some teachers about maybe placement for next year, making sure that the student was placed in the correct class, making sure that the student's needs are being met. So I am sure that the teachers will be communicating with each other. Our goal is to make sure that the students are successful, and we want to make sure that we do have clear communication. And I'm going to be honest, as an educator with 30 years of experience, yes, teachers from previous years would tell me about my students that I had, but then I would also use my own judgment and my own observations of the student to form my opinions as to what was going to be best for that student. And of course, as an educator, I always worked with the parent to make sure that we were on the same team, to make sure that each student was a success. And that is exactly what I'm going to be asking my faculty and staff members to do too. If at any time you have questions or concerns, please, please, please feel free to reach out and contact me here at the school. My email is V for Virginia Maxwell, MAXWELL @agawestchase.org, or please feel free to give the office a call, and I do my best to return phone calls and emails within 24 hours. So again, thank you. Have a great afternoon. I'm looking forward to meeting each and every one of you this year.